right, Rebecca, you are here to cure overthinking, and you say you can do it in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 easy steps.
I have the answers. Kristen?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you ever find that thoughts ping pong back and forth inside your head?
All the time.
Abby, do you find yourself stuck trying to resolve big problems in your brain that seem unfixable?
I do be stuck.
Mo, would you classify yourself as an overthinker?
100%.
These are all hypothetical questions. You are all mentally ill.
I almost spit out my water.
That was more shocking to me.
Tell me something my therapist hasn't already told me for $200. Thanks.
Facts.
I'm mostly joking, but there does actually seem to be a strong correlation between working on the Bert Show and having some sort of anxiety or thought disorder. There's 6 people on staff who are diagnosed with OCD. That is disproportionate to the public.
Okay, so it is disproportionate to the public. However, if you've ever gone to a radio convention, I don't know why, but radio draws in mentally ill people. It just does.
The Bert Show, real mentally ill.
I'm serious.
Does it draw us in or does it make you mentally ill? Oh. See?
Or are most people mentally ill, but we're just really open about it?
There's that. Or maybe the mentally ill and the ones with trauma tend to, have the most jokes.
That's damn good radio. Comedians came from darkness.
A very neurotic bunch.
We are, for sure. There's no doubt about it.
But it's okay because I'm calling in an expert. Me. I am a professional at being the client of a therapist. And I come bearing great news.
Yeah?
I have the answer to overthinking, and I'm giving it to you for free. I pay $200 a week for this information.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, this is a discount. This is a nice discount.
We appreciate you doing the Lord's work, Rebecca. Thank you.
Here's the sanity.
Well played.
Overthinking or ruminating is just an effort on the part of the brain to figure something out. The problem is not everything can be figured out. So the anxious mind preys on that uncertainty, and often people find themselves in a game of mental ping pong. Put it this way, your anxiety is a bully, and that bully is highly invested in getting you to play. And how do you beat a bully?
You suffocate it.
No.
Oh.
Straight to manslaughter.
Drown it.
No, actually, that's a pretty good way of putting it. You completely disengage.
Okay.
And you do that with these 4 steps.
Drugs.
That is a big part.
Gotta
Right?
be one of them.
I have a thought exercise where I have assigned each of you a different but real phobia that in another life may have really bothered you. Kristen, you have omphilophobia or fear of belly buttons.
Oh, okay.
Mo, you have lachanophobia or fear of vegetables.
Okay.
Abby, you have anthroporophobia or fear of short men.
That one I do have.
That's a fact.
That one hits a little too close to home.
Yeah, it's a little accurate.
Since we need a 4th person, I have acrophobia or fear of heights, which I really kind of do actually.
Okay.
So the first step, my fear is heights. I've been worrying all day because the Bert Show youth group is going to Jackson's apartment for a game night, and he lives on the floor of a very tall building. Jackson is very ambitious, and I'm afraid that he will push me off in order to steal my job. Instead of trying to soothe myself by weighing the actual odds of Jackson pushing me off of a tall building, I instead affirm the anxiety. I say, I am feeling anxious that Jackson might push me off a tall building. Now, I could stop there, but Kristen will do more with step 2. Because you see, Kristen is going to the beach for Labor Day weekend. She's terrified. She has a feeling that the people she's going with might expose their stomachs.
So many belly buttons.
So many.
She will be terrorized.
Bring back high-waisted swim trunks.
Instead of going back and forth in her brain deciding whether or not she will have to see a belly button, she affirms the uncertainty. She says,
I don't know whether or not I'm going to see a belly button on vacation. I can't predict that.
but she could do more. She could go on to step 3. Mo is invited to the cookout, a likely place for him to be. but he is very anxious because he knows that while there will definitely be an assortment of meats on the grill, some health conscientious person might also add a vegetable. This terrifies him for reasons. But instead of seeking reassurance and convincing himself that his friends won't be that healthy, he affirms the possibility. He says,
maybe there will be vegetables at the barbecue. Anything is possible.
But he could take his non-engagement even a step further, like Abby. She accepts a date on Bumble. His profile claims he's a cool 6'3", but they've lied before. She can't get the thought out of her mind. What if she walks into the date and she's standing taller than him in heels? Should she cancel the date and lock herself in her apartment with Della for the rest of her life?
Yes.
No. Instead, she affirms the difficulty. She says,
If I show up on this date and the guy is actually 5'2", that would suck.
to beat overthinking at its own game, you all have masterfully taken on the 4 steps. 1, affirm the anxiety. This scares me. 2, affirm the uncertainty. I don't know if this is going to happen. 3, affirm the possibility. Maybe this will happen. And 4, affirm the difficulty. If this does happen, it will suck. Congratulations, you're cured.
Does that mean we have to leave radio now?
And fired.
Because we are no longer mentally ill.
The Bert Show.